Greetings, goddesses. So happy to be here with you today, sharing some time. In today's video, I'm going to talk about grounding and protecting your energy field. The reason I chose to talk about this week is that in the past couple of days, probably the last week and a half, I've had at least 5 or 6 people ask me or talk to me about how they're just feeling really overwhelmed being around other people's energy and at work and having all this like frenetic energy really, keeping them from being able to focus or keeping them from being able to feel centered and grounded, really causing some anxiety and kind of throwing their game off, if you will. So I wanted to just talk about a couple of different techniques that I use that maybe could help you. And so this is what happens. Like, if you're an empath and you're naturally prone to being able to sense other people's energy. So say you're someone that your whole life, like you've kind of just, when you met someone, you kind of had a feeling about them right away. You felt their energy. They either felt like you just wanted to hug them and they were this big ball of love, or something kind of told you like, I don't know, something about that person doesn't feel so right. And then come to find out you were right. Usually that gut instinct, that empathic instinct is usually always right. And so the more you work with that energy and the more you open yourself to those empathic and intuitive gifts, then the more that your energy will pick up on other people's energy and kind of affect your energy field without you even realizing it, unless you take the time to kind of protect yourself. And if you do get exposed, the first thing I'm going to do is give you a grounding technique. So the easiest grounding technique that I use is when I envision myself actually connecting with Mother Earth. This is a really simple yet super powerful kind of simple meditation or technique, if you will. So, and you can really do it anywhere. You could do it sitting at your desk at work and no one's really going to know the difference. So the first thing you want to do is you want to put both feet firmly on the ground, and you just want to kind of straighten up your spine and really just envision. It's kind of funny. This works for me, whatever works for you. Like, you do you. That's one of the things, kind of the disclaimers that I will give with everything that I teach, is that this is what I do that feels right and good for me. And so you might want to create a variation of what I'm teaching you so that it feels more authentic to you. As long as your intention is coming from a pure place, there is no way this can go wrong. So my intention is to ground my energy. And what I like to envision is that kind of, I have this energy field around me. And what's happened is, it's kind of been bombarded by all these other people's energy fields, right? So maybe, there's some little holes or cracks where this energy from other people is getting in, and it's causing me to feel anxious or a little overwhelmed. There's this feeling of, sometimes you can kind of feel like you've drank 5 or 6 cups of coffee and you kind of hopped up, it can do that to you. Other people's energy can affect you in that way. Or if you're around someone that's like really down and depressed and not feeling good, like about themselves, like you can really pick up on that, and that can actually, energetically affect you and pull your energy to a lower vibration. So this grounding technique and the energy protection techniques that I'm going to show you are really important, especially as you begin to walk this path and really, open up your third eye and work with your intuition more. It's one of our greatest divine feminine gifts is our intuition. And so as you learn to work with that more, you might start to feel some of this kind of overwhelm or energy coming at you. And really, all that means is that you're becoming more sensitive to others' energies and your own energy field, which is actually a really good thing. You just need to learn to protect yourself so that it doesn't affect you, that you can control when you let that energy in and when you don't. And so for the most part, you're not going to want that energy to just randomly be bombarding you. You're actually only going to want that to come in, say, if you are doing a reading with someone, or you really want to connect with that person heart to heart, like a really good friend or someone that you really care about. You might open yourself up in that way. But for the most part, you want to keep that protection and that so that you stay grounded and your energy stays at a higher level vibration. So sorry that the camera's shaking a little. My dog just jumped off the bed and hit the camera stand. So anyway, all right, so back to the grounding technique. So you're going to plant your feet firmly on the floor. And what I like to envision is almost like a spatula or a scraper, like when you were a kid and you really used that spatula to scrape that bowl down so that you got all the rest of the batter, That's kind of how I envision this process working for me. So the first thing I do is envision that I have these roots that come from my feet and really go deep into Mother Earth, and they extend out. Allow yourself to really feel that connection for a few seconds. Feel the earth kind of ready to take in and kind of dissipate that harsh or frenetic energy that you're feeling. And then I usually just envision this kind of like spatula sweeping my energy field and pulling it all the way down, like kind of, coming down all the way down my legs, pushing through my feet. There she goes again with bumping the camera. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so you're feeling, you're kind of scraping, and your intention is that you're going to pull away any energy that is harsh or frenetic, that does not serve your best and highest good. You really want to set that intention of clearing your energy so that your energy is pure and clear and at the highest vibration possible of joy and abundance and connection with the divine, whatever you may call that. So you want to just do that a few times. Really envision pushing that energy down, out through the feet, into the roots, sinking into Mother Earth and dissipating. That's the beauty of the Earth Mother. She can take this energy and transmute it. So as it's coming through you, she is taking that and she's just dissipating it and transmuting it into pure, clear energy again. It's almost like going through a filter, if you will. And so once you feel sufficiently grounded, just want to take a few deep breaths, really breathing in the positive healing energy and breathing out any kind of leftover negative or frenetic or anxious energy that you have. So with the in-breath, you're inhaling the positive. The out-breath, you're exhaling any kind of negative or disruptive energy that does not serve you. In through the nose, out through the mouth. So you do this in conjunction with that kind of scraping, if you will, and into the ground. Once you feel sufficiently grounded, there are two simple techniques that I'm going to show you to actually kind of close up or protect your energy, create an energetic boundary around you so that when you're out amongst other people, your energy field is actually being protected, so that you are staying in your highest vibration possible, and that other people's energy is affecting you less than it would. And again, this takes practice, but the more you do it, kind of the more this boundary becomes secure. It's kind of like a habit. You know, the more you do something, the more it just becomes part of you. And the more you create these shields around you, the longer they actually stay in place, and the better they actually protect you from others' energy kind of invading or poking holes in your own energetic field. So the first technique that I have is kind of it's a 2-layer egg technique. And so the first one, you're going to envision those roots again. And instead of pushing out through the roots, you're actually going to connect to Mother Earth and envision a beautiful green healing light. That's the kind, I either envision a green light coming in, or I really go down to the core of the earth into her center, where there's that molten kind of lava and beautiful energy from the center of the earth. So it's either that beautiful golden yellow from that center of the earth, or green, kind of abundant and lively and really joyful energy that you kind of see in the springtime. So whatever works for you. Again, I'll give the disclaimer that these are the techniques that work for me, and you can create some variation of what I'm doing. You know, not everything feels right to everybody. My way is not the only way. You are walking your own path, and as long as you are setting an intention that is really based in your own best and highest good, and with the intention to harm none, then you're good. So, you know, you can envision whatever color works for you. I'm going to go with the green, so I'm going to pull that up through the legs. Really see it rising through the chakra system. So not sure if you're familiar with the chakras. I will do a video on the chakras, but basically there are 7 energy centers in your body. And they just go up the middle. They're energy centers that connect to each other and radiate out, both front and back. And you just want to feel that energy kind of connect with each one, coming up through the crown chakra out the top of your head. As that energy gets to the top of your head, you want to envision it spilling over almost like a waterfall all around you, creating this egg of protection in whatever color feels right to you. So coming up from the earth, you imagine visualizing pulling it in, up through the chakras, cleansing, out, around, and then back connecting under your feet. So it's this egg of protection that you're creating around you. So you just want to envision that and set the intention that this is going to protect your energy field, to keep you in alignment with your highest and best energy, to kind of stay in that balanced and joyful, high vibe energy that you want to be in, and that this egg is going to help protect you and keep out any kind of negative energy or any energy vampires, people who really are filled with drama and just kind of like suck you dry, or, you know, or have so much energy that they're really just overstimulating your energy field, which makes you feel overstimulated. So it can work either way. You're just protecting yourself there. And then the second part of that is that you're pulling energy down from the heavens, from the divine, from the universe, whatever you want to call it, in through the crown chakra. Again, this time you're imagining it going down the chakra system, down the legs, out the bottom of the feet, and coming up, creating an arc around you over to the top of your head. Now this, I usually envision being kind of like a white or a silver or an iridescent or purple or blue. Like, it depends kind of where I'm at and what I'm feeling. So again, whatever works for you, you're connecting with that higher power. You're bringing that energy down through your center, out through your tailbone if you're sitting, down through your feet, around, creating a second layer of that egg. So you have that internal kind of coming up from the earth energy, and then the divine energy coming down from the heavens, or your higher power, God, goddess, universe, whatever you want to call it, flowing through your feet and coming up and around. So now you have this double layer of protection. And again, I know this sounds like it takes a long time, but really it just takes a few breaths. Really set your intention, feel those eggs, feel it come around, everything's closed in, and you're good to go. You want to give thanks to both the earth and the divine for their help and their protection, and then you're good to go. You're on your way. If at any point during the day, you start feeling a little overwhelmed, you can just take a few breaths and put those shields back in place. Over time, the shields become stronger as you practice this. They become easier for you to kind of envision and put up, if you will. It's kind of like a habit. The more you do it, the easier it is, and the longer you can keep it in place. So I highly recommend that this is something that you put into your daily practice if you have one. If you don't have one, you can head on over to my website at kimturcott.com, or click the link in the notes below and grab my daily ritual for self-care from my site for free. It's just a bunch of different rituals that I do throughout the day to keep myself, my energy clear, high vibration, and really taking care of me. Because, at the root of everything that I do, that's really what it's all about. Unless you can take care of you and be strong in your own power, you really can't do the work you're meant to do in the world and really be who you're meant to be unless you are strong on all levels, energetically, mentally, spiritually, physically. It's all about being empowered on all those levels, okay? And so daily self-care is super important. So if you have a daily self-care ritual, please consider adding this to it. If you don't, head on over to the website and grab my free gift and really start implementing some of those things each day. You don't have to do them all, but it's really important to take care of you. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox now, and I will give you the second technique. The second technique is really super simple. I just envision myself kind of stepping into an energetic suit, almost like a hazmat suit, if you will, an energetic hazmat suit. Step into that and really just reach down, grab a zipper, zip it all the way up. You can just envision that energy field, that hazmat suit, if you will, zipped up into place and locking out, protecting you from anything, coming in or leaking out of your energy field. Again, that one's super simple. And I mean, quite honestly, yes, you might bend over, but who knows what you're doing? You could be tying your shoe, you could be brushing something off your shoe. Boom, zip. Really, this is where your imagination is so important. You just visualize and set your intention, and you're done. You're good to go. And so that's a super simple one. So sometimes, I'll have the egg in place, and then I find myself in a situation where I'm really feeling like anxious, and I know it's because I'm around a lot of people where there's high energy. So I just quickly do the zip up, and that seems to help. And if I have the time and space. You know, the egg one takes a little bit longer. So either one is good, but they both work for, again, protecting and keeping in your high vibration energy, and also keeping out any frenetic or negative or lower energy that can affect your own energy field. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I'd love to hear your comments or any other techniques that you might use. You can leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can keep up on any future videos that I'm doing. And if you click the little bell, you will get a reminder every time that I post a video. I'm going to try to be posting twice a week. I'm going to be looking to do a energetic reading at the beginning of each week, and then posting some kind of an informational or kind of a vlog type video mid to late week. So again, thank you for listening. I hope this has been helpful. I'd love to hear your comments. If you have any requests for other videos, leave that in the comments as well. And take care of yourself. Remember to zip up that energy field so you can stay in your highest vibration, so that you can be of service to the world in your best and highest self. Blessed be.